Hey, casual crypto investor family. It is the casual crypto investor, and I am back with another video. In this video, we have some awesome news. Now, granted, is this going to move the needle in the price of XRP, overnight or anything like that? No, but it's almost kind of like a falling domino effect, right? Because we need mass adoption. And again, I'm from the belief that when it comes to XRP, that market cap doesn't necessarily dictate how high a particular cryptocurrency can go. It comes down to utility of that particular cryptocurrency as well as scarcity of that particular cryptocurrency. So we have some huge news coming out of China in regards to an organization that is looking to acquire $300 million worth of XRP, which is absolutely insane. So we're going to dive into this article. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm in the trenches with you, especially to my XRP army. I've been a long time holder of XRP, still acquiring more. And yeah, like I said, I'm in the trenches with you. I'm in the streets with you, fighting the good fight, trying to get to my financial goals. I hope you reach your financial goals in this crypto space. And so I'm with you. So if you want to join, if you want to be a part of the team and everything like that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, so let's dive into it. Let's just take a look at the overall crypto market right now. Currently, we are down, but we are still well above a $3 trillion market cap, which is great to see. Bitcoin is definitely pulling back a little bit. There's been a lot of talks about how people are, or large institutions rather, are taking some of their proceeds out of Bitcoin and putting it into altcoins, which will hopefully lead to a whole altcoin season. As we see, Ethereum is currently up over $2,500 right now. It is up just slightly above 0.25% over the past 24 hours. XRP is up almost 0.75%. Right now, sitting at $2.24. Honestly, I'm hoping it dips down a little bit more so I can buy some, because this week I think it got as low as around $2.11. So, obviously, right now the market is just kind of boring right now, but hey man, find your entry points. If you can find opportunities for other cryptocurrencies that are currently down right now, hey, you want to buy low and sell high right now. Cardano is maybe looking like one, sitting at, down almost 10% over the past 7 days, and it's below 70 cents. So that might be a good pickup, but you have to do what's best for you. And please, don't invest any more than you can afford to lose. All right. So, moving on. Quick shameless plug. Make sure to follow me on X if you want to stay locked in and updated on what's happening with the casual crypto investor community, as well as what's happening in the overall crypto space. Make sure to lock in with me on Twitter. Sometimes it's easier for me to make a video than it is, or excuse me, sometimes it's easier for me to tweet rather. I haven't had my coffee yet. So sometimes it's easier for me to tweet than it is for me to make a video. So if you want to stay updated, make sure to follow me on there. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. So it says right now, international chauffeur service Webus plans $300 million raise for XRP strategic reserve. This is huge. This is what we need, guys. We need mass adoption. Okay. And this is just an example of how, this organization or this company is utilizing XRP. We already know that XRP is a cross-border payments giant. Okay, so we know that that's one of its strong suits, as well as tokenized real world assets and all that other stuff, right? But I think this could be huge, and this could set a tone for maybe other, organizations in this sector on how they can utilize XRP, or other organizations that are similar to what XRP does. So this could be a Stellar, maybe even an HBAR. There's multiple examples of how other cryptocurrencies could be used for this, but I'm glad to see that it's XRP. All right. So it says right here, the China-based company says it aims to integrate XRP payments into its global chauffeur network. So what do we know? Webus International plans to raise up to $300 million through a non-equity financing to support its global chauffeur payment network with an XRP reserve. Okay. Moving on, the initiative aims to integrate XRP's cross-border settlement capabilities into Webus ecosystem, including an on-chain booking records and a Web3 based loyalty program. Okay. Because that's a lot of times people think, and I was also reminded of this when I was listening to a speech with I think it was I can't remember if it was Brad Garlinghouse or Joel Katz, the chief technology officer over at Ripple. I think it was Joel Katz. But basically he was saying that anything that you want to tokenize, you can tokenize it. So rewards, mileage points, all these different travel programs, that those points could be used via the XRP ledger. Okay. So a lot of times, and I know I'm guilty of this, a lot of times I'm always thinking about currencies and money and all this other stuff, right? But it also could be those reward points, right? So I know I have a travel card, right, to get discounts on airline tickets and all that kind of stuff. Those points that I use could be used on the XRP ledger. Okay. So just kind of, reminding you of the power and the utility of XRP. All right. Moving on, it says Webus is also renewing its partnership with Tongchen Travel Holdings to use the XRP ledger for selling cross-border rides and driver payouts too as well. Moving on, it says Webus International, a China-based provider of customizable car and touring services for travelers worldwide, said it plans to raise as much as $300 million through non-equity financing to establish an XRP reserve supporting its global chauffeur payment network. The reserve is part of a broader push to integrate XRP's cross-border settlement capabilities into Webus's ecosystem, including on-chain booking records and Web3-based loyalty programs, they said. Moving on, it says the initiative aims to streamline international payments while preserving equity value by relying on loans, credit lines, and shareholder guarantees rather than issuing new shares, CEO Nanjen said in the statement. So also too as well, a lot of times I think this is going to be interesting, guys. And as I'm reading this to you guys and sharing this information with you, ideas are kind of like popping in my head. A lot of times if you think about it, right? If you're trying to visit a foreign country, you usually have to, transfer your fiat into, another currency, right? Whether it's the yen, whether it's, pesos, whatever the currency is in that particular country, right? But with the power of crypto, you no longer have to do that because if I want to maybe pay for my bus ride in XRP, I can just do it in XRP and it's done, right? I wouldn't necessarily have to, change my, yuan or whatever the cryptocurrency, my dollars into the yuan or the yen or whatever cryptocurrency or whatever currency that is native to that particular country. So again, I think this is going to be huge. And who knows, there might be even rewards if you pay in XRP versus fiat too, as well. Just thinking outside the box. All right. Moving on, says the announcement follows Saudi Arabia based Vivo Power International plans to build a $121 million XRP treasury, indicative of growing interest from companies in the fourth largest token by market cap. Webus added it was renewing a partnership with Tongchen Travel Holdings, one of China's largest online travel agencies, to extend their WeTour X Tongchen charter lines, stating they would aim to use the XRP ledger to settle cross-border rides and driver payouts. Now, I'm not saying that XRP is going to be the solely used cryptocurrency for cross-border payments and for travel, right? But if they can penetrate that market and get a lot of that sewed up, imagine in countries like Europe, a lot of the countries in other Asian countries like Thailand, Philippines, all that kind of stuff. I think this could be huge. We already know that they're big in Singapore too as well. So it's probably only a matter of time before, some of the travel agencies maybe in Singapore start using the XRP ledger. So guys, this is huge. I'm really excited about this news. And this is just this is the adoption that we need in order for us to get to the price points that we want in regards to XRP. So guys, if you like this content, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, definitely get locked in so that way you can stay updated in regards to not just what's happening with XRP, but other cryptocurrencies too as well. Again, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.